Last week, the House of Pain heavyweight champion, the Tank, Jackson Bain, was found backstage unconscious. And the title belt is now missing. Now I know that some of you are his friends. And some of you are not. But right now, right here, I'm going to give anyone that wants it the opportunity to own up, return the belt, and say they did it. Anybody? Well, that's unfortunate. Because that means that we have to now do a full investigation. And that means everybody in this room. That means you, and you are a suspect.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to House of Pain Wrestling. This is episode 2, season 2, and we're going to kick things off with a tag team match. I'm being joined by the Headman Sticks.
Well, not exactly the way I wanted to kick off the second episode of season 2, Tony. But we had an incident last week that has to be taken care of, and until we find out who did it and who is to blame, then everyone's a suspect, unfortunately. And as you saw, what happened backstage just before this tag match is kicking off the episode. Michael Rothrock obviously thinks the Firm had something to do with the attack on Tank, and let's be honest, who would doubt it, knowing these two's history?
Well, the fact that those two were backstage when Rothrock found Tank, it's looking pretty suspicious. They could be prime suspects, but we're going to have to wait and see and try and get an answer to who attacked the champ.
Well, you see Michael Rothrock, the interceptor himself, okay, has picked up a partner in young Brett Hero, who we saw last week, okay, competing against Carl Kingsley in a very hard-fought match. Okay, let's see if he can pull the win out this time. But he obviously, Rothrock stands up for truth and justice here in House of Pain Wrestling. And if he thinks that the Firm has something to do with the attack on Tank, then I personally believe him if he comes up with the proof. Very exciting wrestlers, Brett Hero and Michael Rothrock. Okay, let's see what kind of team they can be together. Rothrock, obviously part of Retro Beat. Now teaming with a different partner tonight.
Former middleweight champion as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a handful for the Firm. But in this tag match, referee Neil's going to have to be on his toes, watching out as far as the underhanded tactics of the Firm.
Well, I've full faith in referee Neil. He knows exactly how the Firm works. I'm sure he'll be on the ball looking for any dirty tactics that they might try and use.
You see Spike and Stevie Mitchell mouthing off as usual. And it looks like young Brett Hero is going to be starting the match for their team. And we are off with the opening match of episode 2, tag team action. As you see Brett Hero and Spike lock up. Spike with an easy waist lock by the look on his face. All right, big smile, very happy, kind of trying to drag Brett Hero back to the corner. Okay, as soon as they tag, and Brett Hero too quick. Okay, the Firm obviously trying to isolate Brett Hero in their half of the ring, showing their game plan straight away, if you will. trying to capture one of them in their half of the ring. Bret Hero too quick. Let's see what Stevie Mitchell and Michael Rothrock have in store. You see Stevie Mitchell charging Rothrock back to the corner. He blocks Mitchell. He blocks Spike and he hits him as well. Grabs both of them, heads together.
Double noggin knocker.
You see Rothrock run and line Stevie Mitchell over the top to the outside. And a big arm drag on Spike. Whatever the game plan the firm came into the match with, it obviously hasn't been successful so far. As you see Rothrock being reversed to the corner, jumping backwards over Spike, and another big arm drag. He's staying on that arm and shoulder. All pressure, wearing it down. Let's see now if Rothrock, he's shooting Spike in. Spike came for the same move. And another arm drag. Beautiful technique there by Michael Rothrock. And now he's taking him over, tagging in his young partner, Bret Hero. Let's see what kind of tag team offense these two can bring. Big elbow off the second rope. Staying on that arm. Snapping it over his shoulder. Now, working the arm bar, much like his partner. Shoots Spike off the ropes. Spike with a reversal.
Goes through
Bret
the
Hero through the apron.
Shot to the gut there.
Over the back.
Over.
Ducks a big shot.
A big
crossbody.
Just a 2 count there.
Spike kicking out.
Such a bright young man there, Bret Hero.
Faked him out with a super kick and a glancing blow to the top of the head with that enziguri. I don't think he got all of it. He was wise there not to go for the pin after a glancing blow. Securing the arm again and bringing in one half of Retro Beat in the interceptor, Michael Rothrock. I believe he prefers to be known as Kid Rothrock nowadays.
It's a nice name, I like it. Another tag by Bret Hero.
The shades and the cowboy hat. He's
certainly a fancy team right there.
Yeah, Spike off the ropes. A drop down and a back elbow. From Spike, here comes Mitchell. Double clothesline avoided. Double kick. And out Stevie Mitchell goes to the outside. Let's see what Bret Hero and Rothrock can muster now. Bret Hero blocking a shot. And another one. I think he might be favouring his hand a little bit there. Oh, Bret Hero. He's got the headlock on Spike now. Okay, big lift off the ropes. Okay, and a tag to Mitchell. Let's see what happens.
I'm not sure Bret Hero's realised that a tag's been made. Oh, now he realises.
There seems to be some sort of collision with Bret Hero and Spike.
Oh, big headbutt.
But it stopped the momentum and gave an opening for Stevie Mitchell to hit Bret Hero. And now the firm are going to do what they do best. And that is isolate. Oh, big double back break and a face plant. A face plant. And Spike in for the cover. And a big kick out by Bret Hero. Bret Hero showed a lot of heart last week in his one-on-one match with the bully veteran Carl Kingsley. He's going to have to show even more in this episode because now there's 2 bullies and they've got you in their corner. And Bret Hero's going to have to do everything in his power to try and survive this as they whip him back into the corner. Steve, oh, with a boot to the face, Bret Hero. Oh, but he wasn't able to avoid Mitchell with the second one.
He's got such a big heart, Bret Hero. I mean, I was talking to him just before he was filming episode 1, and he was so excited to be back in our House of Pain ring. And it's just sad that he got treated the way he did by Carl Kingsley, and now he's having to put up with this blatant bullying by the firm. Referee Neil's really trying his hardest to get the firm under control, but it's not easy.
We'll judge it by the response of last week's episode, not many people were happy with the way Carl Kingsley treated Brett Hero.
Honestly, can't say I blame them.
But the firm absolutely manhandling Brett Hero right now, keeping him in their half of the ring, isolating, and now possibly going in for the kill with another whip back to the corner. Oh, an agile shot from Stevie Mitchell there. Spike launching him into the corner and running through him with a big axe handle to the chest.
Really starting to take his toll now on Brett Hero. I think he's going to need to look to make a tag to Michael Rothrock, get some fresh
Rothrock needs to get in there. Brett Hero needs to get over to his corner. He needs to, and he ducks a shot,
the tag.
And he's made the tag. Rothrock in,
knocks
Stevie Mitchell off the ropes. Rothrock in with a house of fire.
Rothrock really taking control here now. Looks like there was a tag made there by Stevie Mitchell. I'm not sure Michael Rothrock's realised.
Rothrock's out. He's got to watch out for Stevie Mitchell, but he did see him coming. Rothrock kicks Mitchell with a Russian leg sweep. Let's see if Rothrock can capitalise on the Russian leg sweep now. He's heading up to the second rope. He's going for the district line, he calls it. Big flying clothesline off the second rope. Let's see if he can hit it. And he hits it.
Surely that's got to be it.
He needs to get over there for the pin.
Over for the cover.
No, he wants Brett Hero to get the glory after the manhandling that the firm gave him just now. Brett Hero going to the top rope.
Outside, pulling Michael Rothrock out.
He's going to try for it, and he misses the frog splash. He went for everything, and he got nothing. Spike running round back to his corner.
Tag made.
Big legal tag by the firm. Up Brett Hero goes. Stevie Mitchell up to the second. And a big heart attack clothesline. And the firm have won the match. Stevie Mitchell and Spike. Underhanded tactics maybe, Tony?
It's nothing new from the firm. They like to use those underhanded tactics, just do whatever it takes to win the match, even if it involves bending the rules or even breaking the rules. But as you say, they are the winners on this occasion. But again, it still leaves that question of were they involved in attacking the champ?
Well, I'm sure Rothrock, his mind has not been changed after a win like that by the firm. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Stevie Mitchell and Spike the firm. A valiant effort by Michael Rothrock and Brett Hero. We're going to head backstage now to Sarah Timmis, who is standing by with the House of Pain Full Throttle champion, the good Christian man, Dave Lateo.
So I'm here backstage with Dave Lateo, House of Pain's Full Throttle champion. Dave, over the last few weeks you have successfully defended your belt. Within the House of Pain roster, who do you think your biggest challenge would be?
No one. This title has been blessed by God himself. And as long as I'm here and I don't get injured and nothing bad happens, I'm going to be the champ forever. There is no competition. House of Pain Full Throttle division, as far as I'm concerned, there is none. I'm the only guy to look out for. I said it when I won the title. No one has taken this away from me.
And we are ready for full throttle action, Tony. We've just heard from the champion, Dave Lateo, overconfident as always, but he has a new challenger in waiting today in the form of Jake Penry.
Newcomer to House of Pain. Very bright star though, he's got a big future ahead of him, definitely.
He is 2-0 in House of Pain, in fact, but can he translate that to full throttle title victory?
Well, remember he's got 6 minutes to get the job done. In the event the time does expire, the champion does retain the championship.
He does. He has 6 minutes, and he has 6 minutes to defeat probably the most confident man on the House of Pain roster, the Full Throttle champion, the good Christian man, Dave Lateo. And you can see it. It's written all over his face, his confidence. He doesn't think he's losing this one tonight.
Well, like I've said before, you can't deny he's a very talented individual, Dave Lateo. He's the Full Throttle champion for a reason. He's got the speed, he's got the agility, he's got the strength there.
And one day, I personally think his overconfidence is going to get the better of him. Will today be the day?
Absolutely, and I have absolutely no doubt that Jake Henry's going to give it everything he's got.
Just imagine the boost to the career of Jake Henry if he is the man to wipe that smug smile off the face of the good Christian man here on episode 2.
Mateo's laughing. It's almost like he's not even going to take this match seriously.
Well, that might be his mistake, Tony. We've seen titles change hands before when the champion comes in too confident and takes his eye off the ball.
Absolutely.
But like you said, we have 6 minutes to decide who is the Full Throttle champion. You see the lock up and Dave Lateo snapping on a quick headlock takedown. It plays in his favor, Tony, to slow this match down and wait out the time. If the time limit expires, he continues to hold the belt.
Well, as you say, Dave Lateo doesn't have to pin or submit Jake Henry in this match. He's just got to let the 6 minutes expire. And
there you see the overconfidence of Dave Lateo almost coming back to bite him. He had the advantage, dropped down to do some push-ups mid-match. You see Jake Henry drop kicking Dave Lateo off the apron. A big statement early on in this Full Throttle title match. We're barely a minute in, and now Jake Henry's in the middle of the ring doing some push-ups of his own.
Dave Lateo's not so cocky now.
Oh, the smile on Dave Lateo. It's almost like he admires the confidence of Jake Henry. I don't think he'll be admiring the confidence if he ends up titleless after this match.
Absolutely.
We've just passed the minute mark here in this Full Throttle match. Dave Lateo asking for a handshake, but a kick to the stomach instead.
Can't fall for that.
Jake Henry over the top to the apron. Shot in the gut, comes back in. Over the back, comes off the ropes, misses a clothesline, and Dave Lateo puts him down with a big flying knee.
Just a 1 count.
He's going to have to do a lot more than that. We've got about 4.5 minutes left in this Full Throttle title match. Dave Lateo, the confident look back on his face now. He knows he's in control.
It's almost like he's thinking that this is easy. I mean, this isn't going to be an easy match for Dave Lateo. Jake Henry's a lot more talented than he thinks he is.
Well, the problem is, if he's wrestling a former champion himself or someone at the top of the card, he'll probably take the match way more serious than if you're fighting someone at the bottom of the card who's just starting out their career. But that could be the difference maker. That could be the opening that Jake Henry needs to take the belt and win the match.
Oh, big whip into the corner. That's going to be a real stinger. And now Dave Lateo doing his own push-ups, being very, very cocky.
This is my competition, yeah.
Dave Lateo asking for some other competition. I don't think he's seen the best of Jake Henry yet. And I think he might be taking his eye off the ball as Jake Henry catches, rolls him through. Beautiful bridging pin.
Just a one managed to kick out of that one. Oh!
Straight down with a massive drop kick. Full rotation, 360. And now he's rolling him away from the ropes to go for the pin. But those valuable seconds. Close to a 2 that time.
Close to a 2.
Valuable seconds there wasted by Dave Lateo. He had to get him away from the ropes, but those seconds helped Jake Henry with his recovery.
We're halfway there.
We are at the halfway mark in this Full Throttle title match. We have 3 minutes left. Can Jake Henry pull off the upset and take the belt from the good Christian man?
Jake Henry on the apron looks to be in a lot of pain now.
You see him pulling himself up, trying to mount a comeback now. He's holding that back.
Oh! Maybe that's going to finish him. Flips. Not quite.
Dave Lateo had that one scouted Jake Penry flipped over him earlier on in the match, but he saw it coming this time. He just dropped to one knee. And Jake Penry, that already injured back, now must be in bits after that bad landing. You see Dave Lateo climbing up to the top rope, but Jake Penry seems to be stopping him. Dave Lateo back in the ring, laying more of a beat down on the newcomer Jake Penry, but now back to the game plan, straight up to the top rope.
Still laughing. He needs to take this match a lot more seriously. Jake Penry still trying to get up. Foiling Dave Lateo's pain. Oh, goes to the small package.
Oh, almost caught him sleeping, Tony.
2.5.
And another roll up. Another 2.5 count. Jake Penry doing incredibly well here. Pushes him back off the ropes. Catches the kick. Steps over. Spinning heel kick straight to the jaw of the Full Throttle champion. Dave Lateo trying to roll out of the ring. He knows there's just over a minute left. He needs to stall for time and recover from that foot straight to his mouth. Now Jake Penry is challenging Lateo to get back in the ring and runs straight into a clothesline. And another one. Bam!
There's less than a minute remaining.
Bounces back into a cutter. But Dave Lateo survives. I don't think he got all of the momentum he wanted before that cutter. It shows how fatigued he is after this match, but he's still trying to fight.
Trying to pull Dave Lateo. Oh, it's
Dave Lateo holding the ropes.
Down. Took a slight knock to the face there by the looks of it.
Dave Lateo went to the eyes, and Dave Lateo is still the House of Pain Full Throttle champion under conspicuous circumstances.
And with 20 seconds to spare on the clock, Dave Lateo has pulled it off. But what a performance from Jake Penry. Again, he gives it everything he gets. Gives it everything he got every time he gets in the ring. I honestly thought he'd had him beat.
The thing is, even in a loss, at the young career of Jake Penry, hanging with the champ like that and almost catching him 2 or 3 times, a couple more matches under his belt, and he will be ready again to challenge for that Full Throttle title. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to head backstage and hear from the 2 men involved in tonight's main event.
I'm going to prove tonight not only I'm becoming the #1 contender for the middleweight champion, I'm going to prove why I'm going to be the middleweight champion.
I already earned my own #1 contendership, and the loudmouth Davey Thompson decided he won't stick his nose in where it don't belong. Well, tonight I'm going to beat Davey Thompson, and I'm going to become the #1 contender all over again.
It is main event time here on episode 2, and the question is, Tony, who will be the #1 contender for the House of Pain middleweight title? Will it be the man coming out next, the loudmouth Davey Thompson, looking rather dapper in his new white coat?
Certainly looking rather different in that. He's a very nice white jacket there. He's a former tag team champion and a 3-time Full Throttle champion, looking to become a #1 contender. Claims that his opponent tonight shouldn't be the #1 contender, so we're going to settle it right here, right now.
Well, one thing that will never change with the loudmouth Davey Thompson is the loudness of his voice and the size of his mouth. That is definitely for sure, Tony.
Absolutely, he's given me his fair share of grief over time. Just learned how to put up with it sometimes, but here comes his opponent. The man who won an over-the-top rope battle royal recently in season 1. This is Dante Durden.
He is my pick to win this match. He is my pick to win it all, Tony. Too many false starts, unfortunately, in Dante's career, but I think he is on an all-time high now. He is ready to beat Davey Thompson. He is ready to beat Danny Chase. He is ready to become the House of Pain middleweight title champion, sorry, not title. Tongue-tied. Either way, this is going to be a fantastic match. The size of Davey's mouth, you cannot take away his skill. And Dante, as we've alluded to before, is probably one of the most well-rounded wrestlers on the House of Pain roster. It's going to be a hell of a main event.
You got to give it to Dante Durden. Every time he gets in the ring, he gets better every time, and you got to wonder, is Davey Thompson's cockiness going to get the worst of him today?
Well, we've seen that many times in the past. He lost the House of Pain tag team titles with his former partner Bjorn to Hot and Spicy due to that cockiness that you were just alluded to. But either way, referee Kev and the bell is gone. We are off with our main event. Number 1 contender to the middleweight title. Vicious lockup, moving around the ropes, neither man giving an inch. Referee Kevin Redmond trying to get some order in the ring. You see Davey Thompson with his finger pointing, giving Dante a warning. I don't think Dante's going to go anywhere after that.
Absolutely not. Dante's going to stand his ground. I think referee Kev's going to have his work cut out in this one.
See, with a knuckle lock, jockeying for position. Both men technically sound, but if it goes to a technical battle, I give the edge to Dante as you see him roll back, get leverage, isolating Davey's arm, snapping it over the shoulder, and flipping him over onto his back. See, Dante can isolate a limb and tear it apart piece by piece. That is for damn sure.
Could possibly be his game plan in this one. Wear down a body part.
Oh. I think
he snap his arm.
Well, you can tell by Davey's body language.
He's not having any of it.
He wants no more of Dante after that shot.
He's got some vicious kicks, Dante Durden. We've seen them over the years, and they get more and more vicious as time goes on.
It's all about leverage. That was a cheap shot. Come on. He knows he can't out-wrestle Dante, so he just cheap shots him instead. Unfortunately, Dante probably should have been expecting that, given Davey Thompson's track record. As he runs into a boot to the face, Dante off the second. Gets pulled off and smacks his head on the top turnbuckle on the way down.
That's going to cause some damage. Davey looking to end it now. Just a 2 count. Dante manages to kick out after that. Serious bang to the head off the turnbuckle.
I'm surprised he kicked out of that. That would have knocked out a lesser man. There might be a pad on that buckle, but it's still bolts and a steel rod underneath it. And if your head hits it, you definitely will feel it. You definitely will know about it. Dante is on the retreat now. He is reeling as Davey whips him off the ropes and meets him in the middle.
Big back elbow there, going for another cover. Just a 2 count from referee Kev. Davey's starting to get a bit frustrated now.
As you can see, I can see it, the welts raising on the back of Dante where he collided with that top rope and that top buckle. And he jumps on. He's just countered into a huge submission. He's not done yet. We've said many times before, Dante can catch you from literally any position. The most well-rounded wrestler on the House of Pain roster. He can catch you in the air with power and definitely with technique. Davey Thompson, he's got to watch out, even though he might not know where he's watching from. And now you can see he's losing his temper a little bit, running the risk.
Looks like Dante may have caught his head on the turnbuckle again as he went back into the corner. That's twice in this match now. Going to have some serious damage.
Big forearm by Dante Durden, and another one. Trying to rally some offense with a kick. Misses there. Davey returning fire with a forearm of his own. It shows you the mindset of Davey Thompson if he's willing to run a disqualification in a match for the number 1 contendership. Beautiful leg drop by Dante. That'll give him some time for recovery, hopefully. He can get up and mount a comeback off of this. You can see how much he's favouring the back of his head and his neck though.
Dante needs to capitalise now. You can see Davey is hurt.
Big kick to the stomach. Toilet seat kick, big enziguri. We've said before, Dante has lethal feet. They should be licensed weapons. Davey Thompson climbing to his feet. Dante with a face of thunder, trying to block out that pain as he spins, gets spun around. goes over the top, lands behind Davey. Big German suplex, turning Davey Thompson inside out.
Knocked him for 6 there.
But can Dante get to him in time for the pin, or is he still favouring the back of his head and neck? Davey Thompson is still down. If Dante had made it to him in time there, he might have won the match and become the number 1 contender. But as you can see, he's lining him up for that big flying knee on the ropes. Davey counters and gives him a big back suplex, smacking the back of his head off the mat again.
Oh, another 2 count. Where is Dante getting this from?
Davey Thompson losing his temper one more time. It's always been his downfall.
Dante's taken a few hard knocks in this match already, and he still keeps coming back.
You see Dante now isolating the arm.
Corner post.
A kick followed by a run into the ring post. He's gone back to that arm that he favoured so well at the beginning of the match. As you see him tying, and now he's drilling kicks.
Unorthodox tactics there.
Tying him around.
Not something we see every day.
The rope that holds down the ring canvas. I don't know, is that even legal? I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Well, I think the referee initiated the count and stop it, but like I say, something you don't see every day. Oh, catches the kick. Face first onto the apron.
Horrible landing there by Dante. Luckily it was on his front rather than on his back, and he didn't hit the back of his head again. But I'm sure it didn't feel very nice, and Davey's going for the count-out win here. He's still favouring that arm. Can Dante recover on the outside and get back in the ring?
Referee up to 6 now. Is he going to make it back in time?
This has been an absolute war so far.
Up to 8.
Body parts, big moves,
Referee's
huge
up to
landings,
9,
and Dante makes it in before 10. Davey Thompson moving in for the kill again. He moved in for the kill, and Dante's got him. He's got his injured arm in the key lock. He's got his legs wrapped up.
Good
Davey Thompson trying to escape, but he is like a viper. Dante, he's holding on as Davey Thompson twists him, pulls him up for that rolling Samoan driver. And Dante,
very close kick out.
Dante is still in the game. He is still fighting. This is why he's my pick, Tony.
Honestly, don't blame me for picking Dante Durden. He's giving it everything he's got. He could very well win this, but he needs to get back on top now.
See almost a smile on Davey Thompson's face, like he doesn't want the match to be over.
Oh, big kick to hit to Davey Thompson there.
I believe they call it a Pele.
Yes.
I always thought it was a Pele. See, both men, they must be near the end of their rope right now. Who is going to hit the big move that keeps the other man down? As you see Dante laying in the forearms, going for a kick, getting it caught. Davey returning, and another one.
Oh,
but who's this? Oh! Sam Spencer has entered the ring and taken out both men. Sam Spencer, Danny Chase, middleweight champion. This is his bodyguard, or his friend, as he calls him. He's just laid out both men. The referee has called for a double disqualification. That's all we've got time for, Tony. But who is the number 1 contender?